Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about the MOHO assessments. The first one is called the Occupation Performance History Interview, the second edition. And it has 5 parts, including occupational roles, occupational behavior settings, daily routine, activity, and occupational choices, as well as critical life events. The interview that we're going to be doing is called the daily routine. So here's just an example of how you would do it. This is my client Lisa. Refer back to the case study to help you follow along with this. Hi Lisa, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, just to get a little bit of information about you.
Okay.
So can you tell me, describe a typical day during the week?
I usually get up sometime between 7 and 8 and make breakfast, which I usually don't eat. And by that I mean I struggle with purging, so that's where it starts in the day, is right away. I probably get cleaned up by like 11 or so, and I do some chores around the house and make lunch at some point and struggle with eating that as well, and then sort of wait for my mother to come home and then have somebody around and not have a tip. So yeah, and then during the evening we watch TV, play a game, something like that, and then go to bed by probably around 10 or 11.
Okay. Is the weekend any different?
Yeah, we'll actually do some more stuff on the weekend when my mom's home and I have a partner in crime to go do stuff with. But yeah.
Are you satisfied with this routine?
No.
What do you dislike about it?
I'd like to have more interaction with friends instead of being afraid to have interaction. Just because of my restrictions with my eating disorder, it's hard to have people in your life when there's something wrong with you like that. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Sorry.
That's cool.
What was the question?
What do you dislike about your current routine?
I'm not doing anything, so I'm sort of just staying at home, which I know isn't good for me either. So I'd like to get a job of something, even if it's minimum wage, just to have something to do.
If you were having a really good or a really bad day, what would that look like for
A really good day would be getting out of the house and doing something with someone and not thinking about my eating disorder all day long. And a bad day would be the opposite. Thinking about nothing but my eating disorder all day long and acting out in it.
So, what are the most important things in your routine?
I don't know, maintaining myself, being, I don't know, just just trying to keep up with at least looking, like getting dressed and stuff. Because when I don't get dressed, I let the depression sort of sink in, and you just never feel like a person.
Does your routine allow you to get done the things that are most important?
Sometimes not.
What are the important things that you are not able to do?
Get out of the house as much as I'd like to, see people, not be sort of in anxiety mode all the time, afraid of people seeing me, talking to me. So.
Was your daily routine ever different?
Oh yeah. Just this past year, before I relapsed, I lived in a house with 7 people, and we all got together and were friends and went to school, and I had a job, and then I relapsed, and all of that went away.
How would you compare these routines?
Night and day.
Yeah, which one was better for you?
Definitely the one where I was in school and had a lot of people with me.
Did you have any hobbies or projects that were a part of your routine in the past?
I used to write, and I still do. What exactly Is that what the question's asking for?
Mhm.
I did a lot of running, which I don't do anymore because I'm not physically strong enough to. And I hung out with people, which I don't do as much now as I did then.
What is the most important thing to keep the same about your routine?
Not necessarily the same, but it needs to be structured, is my eating habits. They need to be structured in a very specific way in order for them to become habitual and not make it less easy to want to go into a binge purge day.
What would you like to change about your routine?
A lot. I'd like to get out of the house more and see people more and have a job.
Do you have any ongoing hobbies or projects that are part of your current routine?
I still write occasionally, thinking that this isn't part of my daily routine, but it's going to be. I'm going to start fixing up old pieces of furniture, like painting them and refinishing them, trying to sell them.
Can you tell me a little bit about fixing up old furniture?
Sure.
How often you do it, or
I haven't
how
done
you
it
got
yet.
started?
It's a new thing that I want to do. My grandma buys stuff at garage sales and has no use for them. So they just sit in her barn. And one of them's a roll top desk that's from like the 50s, and it's got like kids' handprints all over it. But I'm gonna strip it down and sand it and refinish it.
What do you like about it?
You can see the fruit of your labors. You can see directly what you've done and how it turned out.
And do you have any hobbies or projects that were part of your routines in the past?
Running. I miss that a lot, but I'm not strong enough to do it now. I was into singing in church, and I don't do that anymore either. So, a lot of the stuff that involved groups I can't stop doing that. Went far by the wayside. So.
Okay, guys, so that was our daily routine occupational performance history interview. In it, you get to know a little bit more about Lisa's daily routine, some of her interests, things that she wants to keep in her routine, and things that she wants to change.